Just about time for football now here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Today, a good matchup in the NFC. It's the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Penix now off the bootleg. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And the Falcons.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A gain there of 11. First down, Atlanta.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
The tackle made.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. John Dotson was the intended receiver there. Third down coming up.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Daniel. They'll set up the screen to White. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniel. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Devin Tompkins goes back to return it. This fielded inside the 35. is going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he's going to be taken down after a big second down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. And the lefty Penix on 1st down. He takes off. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They have it 2nd and 4 coming up. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Penix on 3rd down. It is brought in the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7 0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Here's a give up the middle with White. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Mike Hughes is there with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Rolling right, he's going to keep it himself. And a nice run, and close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
A gain of 9 yards.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, and picks up the first down.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. We'll find his running back, White. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of
14
yards.
on the pickup. Good for a Commander's first down.
First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Catch made there by Burks. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
On the pickup.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Throwing again. Daniel. That's taken in by Burks. And for the moment, that's a first down, but we do have a marker down. Let's see if this one will hold up. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. To the air again is Daniels. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first, as they'll discuss what's to come. As 4th down is looming.
It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's a Conquo. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. Daniels gonna throw again. That one taken in. Traylon Burks. Touchdown, Washington.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the Commanders will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all time, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. On the return, it's Tyler Goodson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. This one is caught by Dotson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. To the outside. Catch made by London. The Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Now a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Penix. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout as they'll stop with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Now it's 2nd and 1. Plant. It's Penix. He'll run again. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Commanders offense looking going to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all time. Third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the zone read, Daniel's going to hang on to it. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll throw with Daniels. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Washington.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives them a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the 1st down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the 1st down.
The give to White, and he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Throwing now, Daniels. There he goes again. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
It's a gain of
what I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with White. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A 9-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Moody's kick is good. And the Commanders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. On the return is Goodson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can fit.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
On 2nd down, Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
It's now 3rd and 2.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. From the gun, it's Penix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And this one is off the mark. It is no good. The Commanders' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that third down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. We'll see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And no takeover there. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. Yeah! Bijan Robinson inside the 30. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Touchdown, Falcons. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The score, Falcons 14, Commanders 10.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. They're trying to pin him deep. He'll take this from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll do so with first and 10. Drive begins with a run by White. Now, flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Right side, catch made by McCourt. Good recovery after the penalty. He's back within a couple of yards of that first down.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
Daniels to throw on second down. He'll step up and run. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll lead to a second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
Big play coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
I hit that a little too well. Lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll throw. It's Penix. Taking off. He'll try to get there. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. As they'll discuss what's to come. It's 4th down looming.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
The Falcons getting their punter out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll run over center with White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 21.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll find his running back, White. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
A gain of 15.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Off he goes. It'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Goodson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. Here's Penix. He keeps it himself. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here's second down. From the gun, here is Penix. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Brings up third down.
Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. Robinson. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go.
49-yard line.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. This one is caught by Dotson.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
We'll go play action now with Penix. He'll step up and run this. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.